Hello everyone, it's Brian, and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. You Only Live Once Hardcore Edition, the game where we never ever heal. And that's right, all heck has broken loose. We're fighting, as it were, the giant robo-scorpion. Dr. Mobius is yelling at us, and we are sneaking around the outside. We have turned on most of the little toys that they've offered us to help take out the Robo-Scorpion, and he is locked in mortal combat with the turrets. And they've actually done some damage to the various things we've done so far have definitely put a little bit of hurt on this bad boy. But I certainly don't really want to try to find out what it would be like if I suddenly aggroed the aggro out of him. So I am just sneaking around the back up onto this other staircase. Following the progress. Alright, we got us our force field, and that's why we've got us a sonic emitter. And I think that to the right is the door into Dr. Mobius once we've gotten past this thing.
Crush them with your pincers!
Close. All too close to where the turrets are. I will admit that this would have been a lot. It's a good thing EMPs were okay. It would have been a lot simpler if I had been willing to just come over here and do this, but I thought it's pretty fun. Oh wow, look! Civilization! Exact match! I love it when civilization is the very first word and it works. That's awesome.
This is Mobius, Dr. Mobius.
Okay, so
We're
it's...
initiating some kind of emergency test shutdown. In 5, 4, as in forbidden, 3, as in tree, 2, as in two protest, 1, as in none. Oh, the emergency overload is initiating.
Okay, I think it was actually already non-aggressive before that, but it would have actually been funny if you hit it and then you have to kind of survive it for another another little while. So we are going to go into Dr. Mobius himself, and he's got his own little special lab here, just like the other special lab, and he's in here somewhere, and the goal is to be friendly to him.
Yo, you seem familiar somehow. I'm guessing depth perception is a
So
problem.
he's just a little
Sure,
bit
look,
broken.
would
He offers us a mentat. I've got 96 mentats of my own, Mobius. So we tell him the important stuff. I really need my
The
brain
ghosts aren't
back.
real?
And we fix his we fix his camera so he's not seeing ghosts. Yes, it's a very, very plausible DLC, this one. But it does have Robo-Scorpions. You have to admit, you know, if you enjoyed the very special Robo-Scorpion episode last week, you have to admit, there's really nothing wrong with Robo-Scorpions, except they're blind as bats, just like Mobius. So it would be, I'm very carefully looking at each of these things so I don't accidentally say, and now you die, because that would be bad. But he fills us in on all this stuff about the other idiot. This had been his whatevers. We can do a few special speech items, but I'm just trying to get through this without ticking him off. I can leave him in peace.
The first one, the ruthless one he spoke to the think tank. Yes.
Making sure I hit each of the ones that use a special ability. After quickly reading them to make sure they aren't, and now you die, Mobius, because we definitely don't want to fight him. Because we got down to 78 remaining hit points to do the entire rest of the game with last time through a little robo-scorpion accident. We're at, what is it, 78 of 455, so that is a little bit not good, but now he has told us where our brain is. So now we get to negotiate with our own brain.
Ah, well, as to that, you'd be surprised how it's not as though brain-sustaining life. Ah, lovely. Yes, well, believe me, the opposite is equally true. Good.
So we negotiate with our brain.
Well, I see sarcasm hasn't eluded you.
And yes.
Oh, had I? What exactly will you do if I... You. Fine. I'm not going to lie to you. Look at...
So we've got to sort of talk him around into being willing to get back in our head.
Well?
Yes, join me for some more crazy adventures, brain. Alright.
Personally, right.
So we made up our mind about our brain. We have gotten our brain back. Or we have to go to the auto dock. Something like that. Now we could, in theory, go... I think we'd have to go to a special scary place and fight our way through the whatever robots to get our heart and our spine back. But we don't care so much about our heart and our spine. I actually think the mechanical versions we've been fitted out with are actually better. But we needed our brain. I think we need our own brain. So now we got to get back, but now all of the robo-scorpions should be gone, and I think we have...
Sneaky.
We have fully shut them all down. We'll do a little stealth suit activity just in case. Take care of business here. Get all our eating and drinking.
Stimpack reserves adequate.
So we've got GLaDOS the talking stealth suit here. We will just speed this along on our way back to the sink. We could still run into lobotomites, and of course there is also the matter of radiation. We do not wish to get radiation sick, because I believe radiation sickness lowers our endurance by 1, and that would lower our max health by 20 points. That would be really extra bad when we only have 78. So we need to not get radiation sickness. Need to just taking care about that. All right, back to the sink. And now we get to have another long, irritating conversation with all of the special robots. And again, the goal is to not tick them off. We want to have them be happy. And so we will have a negotiation, and assuming we manage to get them to agree that all is hunky-dory, then I will see you on the other side of the Old World Blues slideshow credits, because we're going to be starting Lonesome Road this episode.
The lobotomite returns. I recommend watching your tone with... Now, your... And what could we possibly... With it, we... And we have so many... Nonsense. Confer, colleagues. Those are two words I do not
Dr. Klein, I must intersect. Please, do not harm.
I'm not going to harm.
I cannot stand a sweet breathing organism breathing in and out to suddenly not breathe. We must keep it alive. For study. Slow study.
Gala, these vocalized pauses are...
Klein, this lobotomite, it's a great sounding board. You respect ideology, right? This one.
Silence, Dr. O. This is a think tank decision. Save your objections until after I have decided.
You know what, Klein? Stick a straw in your tank and suck. And my name is Zero. Yeah, a big, fat zero with a slash through it.
The slash as a designator of... Why, that is brilliant.
The lobotomite taught me that. You know what? Forget it, Klein. I hate you.
How dare you? Brainial beam oscillation was solely my... What? No.
If I may, I feel as if I must be the... This lobotomite is much like us. Regarding even animals and pets is nothing more... Instead of ending its life on the table, we should prolong its suffering in the name of science. Like good old Gabe, the finest of lab specimens.
Why am I even listening to you fools? Enough of this... And the word jism, which never made any sense to me. It's ridiculous putting j and zm together like that. Nonsense! I count as 5. Like the mighty human hand I once had, with its 5 penises clenched in a fist. Nonsense! The mathematics of this situation are on our side, lobotomite. I believe... No, wait. Carry the 2, then... You dare... That's no... It could have escaped. See... For you? And for science? I have a strange sensation that I would like that. How? Very well, partner. The think tank is at your service as long as you do not destroy us.
As it had been in the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the brightest minds of the 23rd century. The courier watched over the Big Empty for years to come, caring for it and keeping its discoveries safe until they were needed to help others. Which had always been Big Mountain's purpose. Past the laboratories and science, it had always been intended as a place to build the future of all mankind.
Although, truth be told, the courier had barely explored the crater in an attempt to rush through and be done with the whole thing. Perhaps that was for the best, however. Curiosity, while sometimes rewarded for its efforts, often proves to be equally dangerous.
Dr. Mobius continued his research undisturbed in the Forbidden Zone. As much as he had attempted to create better scorpions, he tried the same with humanity, with considerably less success. These failures didn't bother him overmuch. Once the rush of mentats wore off, he forgot he had failed in any event. After all, the bright young mind who had come to visit him in the Forbidden Zone had already exceeded his expectations.
The sink atop the dome gained a frontier town feel, with the few modules installed. They shouted at each other across the HQ occasionally, either threatening each other or announcing a discovery. It kept things lively. Secretly, the Sync Central Intelligence Unit was relieved that not all of the personality chips had been found. What was there was enough.
Blind old Jefferson, with sounds the courier brought him, created a symphonic counter-frequency that saved Big Mountain from sonic invasion in 2910. If you didn't hear about it, good.
As the courier ran through the X8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements. Rather than performing a superficial observation, they realized the subject barely knew what communism was, or even what a high school was. This confused them for a time, until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded. So it let its cyber dogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
The infiltration program in X-13 felt spent, having repeatedly upgraded the stealth suit until it could upgrade it no more. It felt warm, fulfilled, and a bit sluggish. It realized not long after, the stealth suit had left it without so much as a note on the nightstand. So the infiltration program sent out robo-brains into the wastes, looking for its wayward technology. It eventually found Repcon HQ and set up a new research center, testing and murdering fiends who kept breaking into the facility.
The courier, organs intact, continued onwards, a little less heavy of step, but with all the organs in the right places, as they should be. After all, brains can develop a life of their own when left to their own thoughts, and the courier's brain was more clever than most.
Dr. Klein and the think tank remained alive, unaware of the world outside. They looped through their daily routine, none the wiser about the world beyond, although perhaps wiser was the wrong word. The world outside belonged to the courier, and if anyone would shape it, well, the courier had already called dibs.
There is an expression in the wasteland, old world blues.
It refers to those so obsessed with the past they can't see the present, much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent, as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries to come.
In the times following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, however, old world blues took on a new meaning.
Where once it was viewed as a form of sadness, nostalgia, it became an expression describing the potential for the future.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the courier at the helm, science became a beacon for the future. There was old world blues, and new world hope. And hope ruled the day at Big Mountain.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal Ponder, the courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one by one. The Sync sat vigilant, waiting for its master to return, shoes covered in Mojave dust. Only one road yet remained, and it was one the courier had to walk alone.
Only one road remained. Alright, we are big-brained, brain back in the body. We've got the... Oh. Huzzah. That's right, our light switch is celebrating. and our jukebox. But we've got the transportal Ponder, and that means we can finally leave the Big Empty, except not if we're while in an interior. So, goodbye, Big Empty. And hello, New Vegas. And we have got one more DLC to do. We've got 78 hit points left to do it with. So we are going to do a quick touchback through all of our favorite vendors. Going to load up on Psycho here at Red Rock Canyon.
Hey, what's up?
And I want to then kind of hit everybody for explosive ammunition. That being the most important and
Pleasure
wonderful
doing
kind of
business with
ammunition.
Caesar will send in his best troops from the Arizona.
And then we will be ready to start Lonesome Road.
Here to do business?
What you got? Not very much.
Give me a shout if you need anything.
But we are just hitting all the major spots. Klamath
Hey, stranger.
Bob.
Hope you've been.
Bob, you got anything good? No, you got nothing good. Didn't need to come to West Side at all. Gun runners is always good, though. Nothing wrong with gun runners. Hello. What have you got here? Let's see. We are actually gonna take our party time, Mentats.
Welcome, sir.
Just to be ready for processing our transaction, and we are gonna buy all the good 12 mil stuff, and we are gonna buy definitely all the explosive ammo. And we actually finally can have a, have a silencer. Somehow I thought I'd bought one. There's funny, the 12.7s are kind of funny that they don't always work.
Hey there, need anything?
With all the little parts. All right, what do you got here, lady? Got anything good? No stealth boys. But yeah, we're just collecting 50mm explosive ammo and any good 12.7, especially the hollow point kind. That's what we want the most. Because we have a long, lonesome road ahead of us, and we are going to want some major explosive ammo and a good, what's it called? Good machine gun. Silence machine gun now. This time, silence. So I went around a long time thinking that gun was silenced, and every time I pull the trigger, it wouldn't be silenced. I think, that's a really loud gun for a silenced weapon. All right, so this time, see, I went in sneak and with my armor on because fool me once, shame on you. And that was enough to get them to aggro onto the caravan people. I'm perfectly happy to leave them alone, and we are going to go talk to our special weapon supplier in here. Let's get our drink of water. So you're back.
So you're back.
Contreras. And he has got some stuff and not other stuff. Alright, so my plan is I'm going in with my two main weapons in mines. Two main weapons in mines. We are going to be using our anti-personnel rifle, especially with every single explosive round we can find, but also the other kinds of rounds.
I've still got
and
guns
we're going to use the now silenced 12.7 as our main rapid fire machine gun, and then we're going to have ourselves all the kinds of mines that we can dig up.
Still making a
nuisance. We'll be able to keep constructing the little what do they call the little briefcase bombs or suitcase bombs or whatever those things are. bring any little sub parts of that we think are relevant and that we can afford to carry. Let's see. I kept the stealth suit after all. All right, so we'll put things in the box and go talk to Cliff.
Welcome back. Can I get
Now, Lonesome Road is finally a DLC that I can, or finally another DLC that I can bring absolutely all my stuff in with me. So that is good. We just have to get equipped exactly how we want to. And then we go in there. Here is our favorite junk dealer, if she'll let us talk to her.
So, you're back.
I do not actually need a new brain for my cyber dog. What you got? What you got by way of junk? Alright, so we'll just take things that we think will be good for satchel charges. That's what they're called. It was just, the word was escaping. We want to be able to build a lot of satchel charges, because those are the most powerful mine things of all. And I think we're ready to kind of get our final load out. Do want to have some. Actually, let's go make some. I accidentally clicked take all. That's really frustrating on a refrigerator. Got to put half the stuff back. We might want to make some more turbo, because I think I have a stash of those stash of stingers out here in my cave. The Cazador stingers. And what can we make? We can make 7 turbo. Good enough. All right. That may be our last trip to the cooking cave. Unless we find more turpentine. Turpentine. Okay. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay, got all of that stuff we need. Going with our dead money armor and our power armor. Taking a lot of mines. Take a few plasma grenades. Get some sleep. Make sure we all look good. We got our spineless strength. For a little extra strength. Which I guess means a little extra carrying capacity. If we weren't already at our top level. Okay, and oh so long ago, we went to the canyon wreckage, because back around, what was it, episode 6 or so, we went in to steal a few useful, that was that nail gun, that H.H. Tools nail gun. It certainly did, it paid a few bills for us. We got some cute little coyote pups that can't even see us. I'm a little bit creeped out by them, though, so they are going to be... Yeah, I like the silence effect. But yeah, we went in there and stole some good items. Got to the first horrible sentry bot area. And then decided to turn back. But I thought that was a good little... It gave us a nice little... It was kind of fun, too. Gave us a nice little early advantage and some fun. Alright. Oh, the In Here Edie is here. Been waiting for us. Been waiting for us these, almost 50 episodes now to come back. But we came back, didn't we? We loyally came back. We had some work to do. We had some things to do. So let's see what we have got. They Edie carry things. All right, so here's our weird map. Let's get rid of that stupid when you have a marker out in the other world. Okay, good. And I think we kind of go across to the left, and then we get teleported back and go the other way on the other side of it. Something like that. But I think we did. There wasn't anything. There's nothing left in here anyway. So we can go to the Hopeville missile silo once again. So we can stop off and check the commissary terminal, see if it's got anything extra cool and awesome. I think commissary still stealth boys. They got some 12.7 stuff. And what time it is. See if there's anything around in here. I think I might have. Guess I mostly looted this. Mostly already looted this silo. Okay, and here, mostly done that stuff. Pick up a few weapons kit type of ingredients. Yeah, we did that. We already looted the destroyed Edie. That's good. Okay, so now, oh, he's already sort of, yeah, so in here is where we once left behind some sentry bots. I think we turned one sentry bot off, and then the next sentry bot was too scary. Alright, now we're back in hidden. We gotta go.
Alert. Non-combatants are advised to leave the area. Security suite.
Not going to leave the area.
Used without warning.
Sentry bots do have a good robot voice. I approve a robot voice. Okay. There's a red dot in here, and this is where we had turned this sentry bot off before, but it's sort of like it's still on. So I want to go about this. I'm going to be a little careful here. I'm assuming when I shoot him that he's going to come after me. Have a little, leave a little pulse mine for him, and see, since I'm sneaking around in my non-power armor suit, then that's okay. Go over and step on our mine. I think he'll go down in one more shot. Make sure he's not going to see me, because he's like, it's like he's pointing right at my spot. Well, I seem to be hidden. I think he'd blow up. Okay, so he is down. I don't know. Wonder if, like, after you wait a certain amount of time, it's like he comes back on. That's kind of interesting. Was not aware of that effect, but we are certainly up to killing sentry bots now, as long as we see them before they see us. Okay, so come to the next room, or the next sentry body room. Up here. Here. Yeah, I think this was about the very last place we got to. Until we got too scared. So in here, in this missile silo room, I think there's still a sentry bot. That was the sentry bot back there. Is that a possibility? And it's radioactive. So I don't see a red dot. Okay, in case somebody's gonna come back after us here. Let's fix the thing, the turret system, and it should... Well, I see a red... Whoa! Oh, crud burglar. Yeah, I thought maybe he wasn't there anymore, and then... Or he was... Because the thing didn't immediately start shooting, but then they started shooting, so... That was a big hit. That was like a 24-point hit right there. 78 down to 54. So that was, you know, I have done this area so many times, I was thinking I can just do this part with no problems, but then I was an idiot. I have just not broken the curse of taking a lot of damage here. See, this is a, okay, you know, hitting the door, it's hitting the side of the door. There we go. Now this X-Pack, you know, Old World Blues, you know, I've already talked about is I'm not super awesome at it, but this one I'm supposed to be good at. Supposed to know my way around this one. Starting off with 24 is not good. That was a really stupid error too, because all I had to do was back out of the room, and the turret and the thing were gonna fight. Now over here, this is that sentry bot. Over here is where the U.S. Army General's uniform that I really wanted but couldn't get. I was afraid even like a stealth boy might not get me safely in and out of here against one of those things. So there's the silo nuclear codes. We need to shut down the security system, and here is a U.S. Army General outfit. And see, it gives you speech plus 10 and guns plus 5, but the speech plus 10, that's pretty cool. Pretty useful. Not a lot of other. U.S. Army General's uniform comes with authority. Now see, these guys, by disabling his security, his personal security system, I'm making sure these other three sentry bots here are not going to suddenly spring to life. Also, there are lots of good mines and things back here. Plasma mines, pulse grenades, plasma mines. And those are going to come in very, very handy. Now see, these things would all activate when I open the main silo doors. These would all activate and come in behind me if I have, but see, by repairing the turrets and then repairing those, I'm eliminating the number of enemies. Now, we're gonna have Edie unlock that, but then we're gonna get Edie out of the way because we don't want Edie to be all helping us as a companion when we open the silo up. So now we can activate the mainframe and open the silo doors, but then there will be a last sentry bot or two will come in the doors. There won't be whatever, the 5 or something we'd have to fight, and we will have the turrets on our side, or rather the turrets that are left, the turrets on the other side of the thing on our side. So we are just about ready. So they're going to come in this door over here on the right. And so my plan, marked man scout. Gonna be meeting some marked men soon enough. But we are going to make a nice sentry bot trap here. Look at these pulse mines. Pulse mines won't even hurt me. Boy, will they hurt a sentry bot. And I don't think anything's going to come over here, but should I put one here? Go with that many. How about that? Alright. Here we go. Off to the Lonesome Road. So. There's sentry bots. Okay, see, and they get hit by the turrets that are friendly to me now. This is good. I got time to pick them off. Is that everybody? Well, I was expecting a somewhat harder battle than that. See, if you haven't disabled his security system thing, then, you know, the other three come roaring into the room behind you. I was expecting... They didn't even come in... Not only do they not set these mines off, I don't think they even set off the mines by the door. I was expecting them to come charge in the room and huge mine explosion and stuff. But we have... Well, we got through that one without taking any damage. That's good. That is acceptable. So, they got some shipping crates in here, full of various items. I don't know how many plasma grenades I need. Two stealth boys. Whoa! That is some fortunate finding. We are actually in a pretty good spot on stealth boys at this time. We are going to need some stealth boys in this DLC. Yes, we are. I have some very specific little places in mind for some stealth boys. Just cleaning up our inventory here. Can actually eat Brock flowers for food. Hey, and we have made it into the divide.
There's your signal. Faint, but there are tales of you walking.
So this is Ulysses talking through Edie.
No.
So he was a courier. He was the other courier, and I think he turned down the chip delivery for all his own bizarre reasons and let the chips fall where they may, which they fell to us. All right, so we're going to talk through his little story. I find his voice so gratingly annoying. You know, he's actually kind of a cool character, but oh my God, he talks so slow. I am just not a fan of that particular, I don't know if it's the voice actor or the treatment, but I just lose all my patience with Ulysses going on and on and on. So we're going through quick. You just hear him grunt every now and then. All right. So Edie, we can leave sitting here for the most part, and we are looking out at the divide. And it is full of marked men. And they are some extra nasty things. All right, we can use the Edie abilities while we're here. See if we can build any satchel charges, but go. And we are now going to switch, now that we're past the pulse mine zone, we're back to non-robot opponents for the most part, and we are going to get back into our robo armor. And so here we are at the missile silo, and I think we go, first we go to the right, then we go up and go to the left, something like that. So we have to make a little zigzag through here. And there are a lot of, there's a lot of radiation in here, because there's a bunch of unexploded nuclear warheads, which will eventually will be able to explode. And I want to get down there on that little gas station roof, and I can usually do this jump. Just right on the edge. Try to get on. It won't let me jump. Alright, well, I fell off, so I'm actually going to leave it here. We are in the Divide. We're doing the Lonesome Road, but we only have 54 hit points left of 455 possible ones. And we will see you next time in the Lonesome Road, in the Divide, when you only live once.